Hey, hi Gemini, welcome to your July reading with me. Thanks guys for taking the time to sit back, chill out, hear a few of the messages coming your way from the celestial, from your higher self, from collective conscious energies. So we move into the second half of 2021. Today is actually the day after the solstice, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Yesterday here in the southern hemisphere is our shortest day, so the winter solstice. But that for us heralds sun is coming back down our way again. So it's like the reignition or the rebirth of light. Quite a lot of people do a tradition whereby they just give some time out in the day and focus on the light that starts to spin back round, heralding back the longer days and the shorter nights and the power and the passion of the creativity of the sun. So yeah, a wonderful time of the year in many ways. However, we have just come out of the two big eclipses. They've been very profound and they will be creating very big tidal waves, if you like, surges of energy that are coursing through the galactic energy fields. And this will be in turn making changes at the entire galactic core, and that essence comes right back down to the planet, to Gaia herself, then to everything living and residing on Gaia, including us obviously as a humanity and a species, and also at the individual level. So change is very, very prevalent at the moment. It's happening faster and more intensely than it has been for many, many, many decades, probably many millennia, if not more. So we chose to be here in these times to experience these changes, and they are very testing and they create a lot of flux at different levels, often within our own personal self as well, because change for humans normally comes at a slower rate. So we're moving through this change at such rapid pace that it can discombobulate us, or it can create tension, sometimes anxiety or panic, fears, phobias, dysmorphia, things along those lines. We're also moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, and this in turn is something that hasn't been experienced for over 2,000 years. So in real terms, we don't have a record or a historical record-keeping book that tells us what happens during these crossovers of the astrological periods, because I'm sure they're very intense. And the age of Aquarius, like yourselves, is the air sign energy, and it's about thoughts and ideas and actions and movement and growing out. It's a very swift moving astrological sign. So that's what we are moving into, hence the massive changes we're all experiencing, including Gaia herself. With that in mind, we will start your reading. We have these cards here, which is a Star Tarot deck, then this is a Chakra Oracle Healing deck, and this is the Energy deck. So I will put these two to the side, and we will start here. This is for Gemini. You guys are the last cab off the rank as such for July, but just because you're by last doesn't mean by any means you're the least. Last but not least. Beautiful first card out, absolutely gorgeous. The Ace of Cups. Second one, the Chariot. Whoa, look at all that fiery red. I'll change to shuffling the cards just slightly off screen. So two big cards, a Major Arcana and an Ace. And we have a few more here that have jumped out. The King of Cups, the Four of Swords. We'll keep going and get a few more for you. This is for Gemini for July. What is it you would like them to focus on? I'm not actually getting much of a chance to shuffle. They really are jumping out. Three of Cups, 10 of Cups. And you've got a lot of cup energy movement coming in there with the first card, the third card, the fourth and the fifth. So we're usually, when those cards come up, we're in the realm of emotions, love, compassion, and also relationships as well. And the other aspect, if you like, that we're talking about something emotional here, or to do with, which is what the cups are, even though they're red third eye chakra, so base chakra, third eye chakra, solar plexus chakra, The cups reference, as I say, emotions, and emotions are based or formed from our heart, which is the green chakra, and you have 2 green chakra cards as well. So this one, these two, and these two are all referencing the heart, emotions, passion, some sort of excitement or connection that is going on with your heart and the rest of your life. I want to just pick one more just to see what else to finish the storyline off, and then we'll look into seeing what it is actually telling you. This is for Gemini. For July. The King of Wands, another king, another court card, and the same colour palette, the third eye colour palette. So we might just put him there anyhow, and I noticed that we have 2 fours. We have the 4 of coins and the 4 of swords. Swords. So the first one was the Ace of Cups. The Chariot is your major arcana, and it's the only one. The 3 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the King of Cups, the King of Wands, 4 of coins, and 4 of swords. I'm putting those 2 together. They're both 4s and they're both green. Let's start with this beautiful one that came in first. This Ace of Cups is a beautiful card to behold. A lot of people would love to see this turn up in a reading. It embodies a sort of a protection, almost like a spiritual energy field over you. It comes from above. It comes from a celestial light area. It can be messages that come into you. It can be a feeling of profound connection to something or someone. It can be the essence or the blooming of new love for some people. It can be the reignition of love within a current relationship for others, or taking that love to a higher or a deeper level, like a recommitment, almost like a redoing of vows. But these vows may not even be at the physical level. They might be at a very spiritual, etheric level. So something that you may not even be able to physically tie down, but there might be like a cord of white light connecting you, or, as I say, raising the vibrational frequency of a relationship in your life that already exists. For some people, this could be like a love interest or a partner. For others, it might be someone in your life who is very special or dear, which could be perhaps a family member, or it could be a spiritual connection that you have with someone or something, an animal, a pet, or someone who has even passed over. This card can also represent just blessings. You're being blessed, you're being looked after, you're being guided and offered the gift of penultimate joy and love and security and protection and nurture. And sometimes this can be new concepts of this coming into your life as well, because it's an ace, so it's about newness. If we take, and it's coming to you from the red or the base chakra, and the base chakra is about our soul tribes in particular. And soul tribes can relate to people that we connect with at the spiritual level, but not necessarily in the here and now and the physical plane. It may be at, juxtaposition planes taking place at different levels. It's almost what I feel. If some of you have experienced relationships with people, but you're not together now, but there was a great tie, it might be something along those lines. It might be someone who has passed over. It can be that type of connection. You may find in the month of June and July you experience out-of-body connections with people through astral travel. There could be a lot of this that starts to take place. I'm getting this message a lot lately for people as well. If we come to the Chariot, which was the second card out, I believe, also in the same colour palette, this Chariot denotes strength of the body and the mind, and it's also a very spiritual card in as much that it seems to have you become aware of the balance of spirituality and the broadness of it and the expanse of it and the power and the passion of it. So those two could go well if we're talking about power and passion and strength and union and uniting as well, because traditionally the Chariot card shows a man holding the reins very lightly of two very powerful horses, one black and one white. So he has engaged in understanding the power of balance and how it works. And this is at the non-physical perspective of life. It happens through not needing it to be physical. So I'm getting the feeling that some of this for you is beyond the physical. It comes to you at a deeper level. And the Chariot can give you these messages as well. But if we talk about the Chariot as being more of a grounded card, and we come back to the base chakra, which also deals with families, with homes, with finances, with job, with career, the Chariot can represent sometimes shifting or moving house. It can represent things like doing up a house or spending money on it. It can represent traveling by car, so going on a road trip somewhere, which could be very enjoyable. It can also represent traveling for a job or for an interview, or uplifting a new job where you become a traveler. It could mean shifting states or shifting countries and immigrating along those lines. So it has a vast degree of different meanings depending on where it sits for you in your particular understanding of the reading. So when I say this reading's for Gemini, remember it's for Sun, Moon, Rising, and for cross watchers as well. I'm a Gemini rising. I'm pretty sure it gets a bit convoluted with mine, seems to change out sometimes to Cancer, but I'm pretty sure it is Gemini. So for me, this wouldn't be the Sun Gemini, it would be a rising Gemini. Powerful card, the Chariot, one to meditate upon and connect with for many different ways, or many different reasons rather, and one of them is to empower yourself with strength and knowledge and vastness and understanding, which will connect you even higher to the Ace of Cups. And then next to it, of course, we had the King of Cups, who again is also talking about love, commitment, understanding, the nurture of love, the power of love, the insight of love. So for some of you, this could represent a water sign person who may be connected with the Chariot and the Ace of Cups card. So again, this could be a partner that already exists, or someone new coming into your life, or someone who has been in your life who holds an energy bond or field to you in the esoteric or in the ethers, if you like. For some it may be a passed over person, but for others it may just be a connection that you can gain strength from or gain connection to at different timelines. I feel as though somehow some of you may be connecting in and out of timelines, and you may experience this in the dream state, or as I said before, astral travel perspective. The King of Cups could very well be a family member for some of you as well, who you go to, who you can share your deepest secrets with, who you feel you can trust, someone who listens and someone who is there to support emotionally. If we come to these two fours, the Four of Swords talks about taking time out a little bit, and it is green, so it is also talking about the heart. Now sometimes it can be small or minor operations in the heart or area. You may have a small heart issue that you want cleared up. It may also be in and around the shoulders and the neck and the head, small operations. Sometimes these are pre-booked, and they might be for small surgical procedures, or even things like teeth. You might be having some extractions of teeth, or you might be having dental work applied. Sometimes you can get head or neck pains with this, like tension in the neck and the back, and it might be a really good idea to get this worked on, to go for massage or therapy or Reiki or holistic healing or something along those lines. But it does traditionally talk about time out and not burning yourself out. Sometimes you have had an overactive mind and you need to quieten down a little bit. This card can also turn up when we are possibly going away with a retreat with someone who is close to you and possibly you're intimate with. And it could be related to all of these cards up here that suggest this could be a time of bliss or union or harmony, or there is a deeper connection brought about, or a feeling that is raised in the area of love that connects you to your heart. This is also the card where we can see conception and fertility as well. So sometimes a pregnancy can be formed at this point, but also conception of ideas and moving forward on projects. If we look at the Four of Coins, he clutches these coins very closely to his heart all around this area. So again, we're referencing very much the heart. So do you see what I mean when I said there's a lot of heart energy or cup energy in this reading because of all the cup cards we're seeing, but even this one in particular is glowing with these coins from his heart. Traditionally, this card talks about worrying that you haven't got enough money, that you are like the king in the parlour counting out his money, that old nursery rhyme. However, he does have money. He's got all these coins sitting there, but he's firmly clenched to it. So that it's about relaxing and taking life a little bit more one step at a time and not worrying or going over in your mind with like these swords, having panic come in and worrying about things that either A, you can't control, or B, you're looking at them from the wrong angle. You need to diversify your thoughts, expand them out, extrapolate things, and remember that somewhere or somehow there is possibly more money than you anticipate. This could mean a loan coming in, or a gift, or a bequeathment from some people. It may be that you find money you forgot you had, or that you go to sell something, for instance, and find it's worth more than you expected, like a family heirloom or an artifact or a property, or dividends come in, something along those lines. It generally bodes quite well, but it talks about releasing the hold on the heart. So it's asking you to open your heart up to experiencing more in life, to more of the love, to more of the fulfillment, to more of the joy, to more of the expanse. So I feel there's so much of this coming in July if you are ready to look at it and contemplate what you may not see it at first glance, or it may be hidden to you, or you look at life and go, no, this doesn't exist for me, this is rubbish. I don't think it is rubbish, but some of you may need to dig deep or listen or really open your eyes to see it. And that card in particular is telling us that he's not looking in the right place for the right reason at the right thing. If we come back down to yet more of these beautiful heart cards, the Three of Cups is known as the community card and often talks about the love of friends in particular, and often female friends, but not solely. It can be any type of friends, and it's not just for women. But this can be about going to meet people, going to see them, friends you haven't seen for a long time, attending functions or school reunions or some happy celebration. So again, it's a wonderful card of commitment, of friendship, of trust, honour, positivity, happiness and gaiety. Sometimes an engagement, the birth of a baby, a celebration such as a university degree, a birthday, a wedding, an engagement. Sometimes they can pop up too. You may find that you're in and around people who are getting engaged or married, or maybe even an offer like that coming your way, or you giving that offer to someone. The Ten of Cups, just again another magnificent card that just emulates harmony and happiness and the gift of treasured love in your life, whether it be with family, whether it be with a partner, but feeling sated and feeling safe and feeling strong in love. And of course, these two yellows that came out together, this is the energy of strength. This is the solar plexus chakra, and the yellow is such a beautiful divine color. And we started the reading off talking about yellow, about the sun beginning for us down here to show its longer hours, but for anyone in the northern hemisphere it's already at its epoch of long, beautiful, warming, loving hours. And we could almost put that gorgeous yellow heart on between the two of those cards to emulate even further the energy of the sun and the creating strength and harmony balance in the solar plexus chakra. So you guys technically have a good mix of colours through this reading. The only two that you don't have is blue for the throat chakra, and you don't have orange for the sacral chakra, although technically this one here is moving a little bit into the orange. So when we are missing certain colours of the chakra wheel, and possibly you are also missing the crown chakra, because these two I think are the third eye. When we are missing colours, it can be important to focus on what is it around that part of our body or our chakra energy field that we need to focus on. So blue is the throat chakra, it's communication, it's talking, it's also listening, you know, being able to feel as though you can speak your truth or speak about something and be heard. So that might be an area that you want to focus on. The sacral chakra is our creative, passionate side of life. It sits just above the base chakra and in between the solar plexus. So there might be a slight feeling of lack of creativity coming in, or lack of pleasure or passion. Yet I feel so much pleasure and passion coming from all of these other cards. It's almost as if that's there for you anyhow. So I think the main one to have worked on perhaps was the blue for the throat chakra, which we could put this beautiful blue in here, and then a little bit of the violet for the crown chakra, just to bring in or open up to more of the cosmic energy coming in. But this card, the first one you got, this is the epitome of cosmic energy. So great reading, Gemini, full of potential harmony and love and happiness and success and, you know, all of the wonderful things in life that we come to experience. And, you know, sometimes we go through periods without that in our life. And as I say, if this is not in your life at the moment, then focus on bringing it in and manifesting it, because right now would seem to be an opportunity for you that you can do that. Hostilities has come out, and anxiety. So the complete opposite of what we've had from those other cards. So somewhere in the background, and this could have turned up because some of you might be at this point in time focusing on the fact that you don't have what was in these cards. Oh, I didn't really mention him. He could be a fire sign person. He can also be entrepreneurial, maybe someone in your life, a new love interest possibly, or potentially a new employee, or a working person, or someone like an accountant, a lawyer, or a tax person who could be involved with finances one way or another. If there are hostilities and anxiety in your life, then focus, as I say, on expanding these other energies that came in first. Hostilities could be showing up a little bit through this Four of Swords, in as much that your mind may be really active and you are pondering on how to maybe deal with either a set of circumstances around you or a certain person. And that could create some anxiety. And I guess the Four of Swords also embodies a little bit about anxiety, pondering, how do I solve something, or how do I get out of this situation? So there's a possibility that revolves around that as well. Some of you may be even a little bit concerned about a health issue, either your own or someone else's. Again, just try to, and I know it's not easy to, you know, get rid of the hard stuff in life, but there are ways of trying to bring more of the positive in, or more of the light-filled energies, if anxiety or hostilities are surrounding us and feeling as if they're taking over. And one of them is focus on all of this. Have this vibration through your home. Give your home a clearance, whether it be with crystals, whether it be with Tibetan bowls, whether it be with smudging, whether it be with oxygen and fresh air and letting the sun shine in, particularly. Whether it's diet related or food related, or needing to re-energize your body or take time out, refuel it with vitamins or minerals, or good sleep or good diet can be very beneficial as well. There's the appreciation card. That's really nice, because this Three of Cups is about the appreciation of life. you appreciate your friends and those around you who support and nurture you, and likewise they appreciate you. So that one makes complete sense as well. Oh wow, the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, yet more of the lovely love energy coming through. So you're lucky enough to have been gifted this energy from Raphael for the month. So if any of you need support or healing in the heart area, if there is something or someone you are wanting to re-heal with, or heal a trauma that you have experienced one way or another, call upon this magical angel. And since we talked before about healing and clearing energies, I have this beautiful bowl, which is rather a magical one because it seems to change tones. It starts off at the heart chakra, which is where her hand is being placed, and then it moves up to the crown chakra in some strange, unusual way. It's just the vibration of the bowl and how it seems to work. So for those of you who feel you would like it, or that it would be beneficial to you, I will give you right now a frequency healing or an uplifting to allow any hostilities or anxiety to be removed from you at this present point in time. So we will start on that for you right now. Beautiful. I don't know about you, but I felt it start in the heart, then I felt it move quite quickly up to the third eye chakra, which is literally right now just flipping out. It's really vibrating quite intensely, and I don't know how this bowl manages to move from chakra to chakra, but it does. So I hope for you guys you have really enjoyed that little bit of freeing up or bolstering or protection that's coming through the reading. So one more set of cards to work through. This is the chakra energy cards. Do utilize this beautiful archangel for the month of June or July. At any time that you feel a bit flat or energyless, or that you would like the protection or the nurturing or the healing around the heart chakra, but also any area of the body as well. There we have insight that's just come in, understanding, awakening, awareness and self-evaluation through the third eye and through this pulsing white light in the solar plexus heart chakra area. And I think we have just activated that with the Tibetan bowl and the work we did there. So beautiful way to bring these energies together for your reading. I think this is a reading worth tagging and tapping into and coming back anytime you would like to uplift the energies from this. More of the solar plexus strength, the solar plexus chakra, and of course we will just stick that gorgeous yellow crystal on top of it, magnifying that power even more, and also connecting with this card, helping you to open to your insight and understanding, awakening, awareness and self-evaluation through the magic of the Ace of Cups and the power of the Chariot as well, because that is all connected. This is a really, really powerful, potent reading for you guys. I'm feeling a great deal of strength coming in now. So if any of you were felt weakened or deflated or lack of energy in any way, this is clearing things for you beautifully. And there we have the missing link. There's your throat chakra with the blue that we already had in for truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. And there's an honesty there as well as we allow that throat chakra to open. Now, perhaps the opening of that occurred through the use of the Tibetan bowl, which started at the heart chakra and moved up to that third eye. But as it moves through that, it must have opened the throat chakra a little bit as well. So this month could be a powerful month to allow you to experience expression through that part of your body, freeing up any blockages that were there, to be able to speak your truth, to hear what others are saying as well. And this doesn't just have to be the written word, it can also be the verbal communication, the written and verbal communication as well. So may you all experience a joyous month ahead, because there is a lot to celebrate within this reading. It is truly, truly beautiful. I wish you all the very best. Thank you for subbing the channel, for liking the video, leaving your comments, and being part of Team Celestial. Much love, everyone. Namaste.